Hello students, I am Sunil Ranjan. I'm an English teacher and in this session I'm going to explain the poem She Walks in Beauty Like the Night. This is the poem by Lord Byron and his period was 1788 to 1824. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. An unnamed woman walks in beauty. Walking in beauty makes her beauty seem more dynamic, as though it's partly her movement and the spring in her step that makes her beautiful. She's not just a pretty face, but a whole woman, breathing, walking, woman that is beautiful. The woman isn't just compared to any night. She is compared to a night in a place where there are no clouds and lots of stars. She seems to have a very clear and lovely complexion. Being cloudless has more to do with her personality. Her conscience might be as clear as a cloudless sky. One can see starry skies at night, but the brightness of the stars relieves the darkness of the night. This is the first hint of a contrast between light and dark in the poem. There is some sweet alliteration in these lines too. Now I move on to the next two lines, and these are lines 3 and 4. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. The contrast between light and dark that was first brought up by the starry skies in line 2 is repeated and developed in line 3. Everything that is great about both dark and bright come together in this woman. She has got the best of both. Her aspect can mean both her facial expression and her overall appearance. So her whole appearance and especially her eyes create some kind of harmony between dark and bright. Byron offers an opposition between bright and dark, and neither is considered better or worse than the other. Both have aspects that are best. Now moving on to line 5 and 6. Thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. Everything that's great about both dark and bright is mellowed or toned down to something that's more tender and less intense than the light you get during the day. Now coming to line 7 to 10. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress or softly lightens over her face. The balance between shade and light in the lady's beauty is so perfect that if one added one more shade or took away a single ray of light, one would mess everything up. Doing anything to that balance at all would half impair or partially damage the woman's beauty. Her grace defies the boundaries of description, and so it is nameless. The nameless grace is visible in every lock of her shiny black hair. That is, every raven tress, and it lightens her face. The balance between light and dark that creates her nameless grace shows in both her dark hair and in the expression that lightens her face. Coming to lines 11 and 12. Where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. The expression on the woman's face shows how serenely sweet her thoughts are. Her sweet expression, the speaker reasons, is an accurate reflection of what's going on inside her mind, which is the dwelling place of her thoughts. Here we have another set of contrasts. Her exterior expression and her interior thoughts. The sweetness of this lady's expression suggests that her mind is pure, precious, and innocent. Now lines 13 to 15. And on that cheek and over that brow, So soft, so calm, yet eloquent. The smiles that win, the tints that glow. Well, the woman smiles and her healthy blushes, what we say tints, that glow on her cheek and brow, are serene and calm. She is quiet and rather elegant. She seems to be more of the lovely and regal type. But even though she is quiet and calm, her smiles and blushes are eloquent. Her face is very expressive, even when she chooses to remain calm and carry a fascinating and charming smile. Now lines 16 to 18. But tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. Now, her face and movement reflect all the time that the woman has spent time doing good deeds. She is certainly not just a pretty face, she is also kind and good, which is why she is able to look so calm and serene. Her conscience is clear and is at rest. The woman's serenity and smiles also reflect the calmness of her mind. Because she is a good person, her mind is at peace with all below. All below means everything on earth. Not only that, but her love is innocent. This could mean that she is not in love with anyone, or it could mean that she is, but, but that her love is pure and innocent. In other words, it's not a physical one. The poem is about an unnamed woman. She is really quite striking, and the speaker compares her to lots of beautiful but dark things like night and starry skies. The second stanza continues to use the contrast between light and dark, day and night, to describe her beauty. We also learn that her face is really pure and sweet. The third stanza wraps it all up. She is not just beautiful, she is good and innocent. So, I hope students you understood the poem well, and if you have subscribed to my channel, fine. If you haven't, do subscribe so that we meet again and again in the time to come. Thank you.